We like old adverts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of We Like Old Adverts, your favourite show on YouTube, my favourite show on YouTube. I mean, it's somewhere near the top of my favourite YouTube. It's up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Please get in touch with all your suggestions and send it to
welikeoldadverts@gmail.com.
That's it. I forgot the name of the show again. So if you've got a clip you'd like to send us of you suggesting your favourite advert, please send it in. We'd really appreciate that. And today on our show, we're going to look at first a brand I don't even know about called Toohey's.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction.
Push me, and then just touch me, till I can get my satisfaction. Satisfaction. Satisfaction.
I mean, we've all felt that way, right? We've all had that dry mouth where, like, you really, really need some, not necessarily beer, but like in the morning you need some water. I mean, this guy's got an issue here, isn't he? He's in bed, presumably with his girlfriend. Maybe he really, really wanted to go to the party, but this isn't an ideal halfway house, is it?
No. It's like as if she's gone, I really need you to stop your nighttime drinking. I'm telling you, darling, my tongue escaped from my mouth and brought the booze back. I swear. Yeah,
he's a liar.
This is one of the most negating ads we've had on here because the ad makes nothing alluring about this product. The party's grotty. A tongue flies out of his mouth and licks all the street and the bath that's all dirty and he gets chased by a cat. Then he stuffs a beer in his mouth without consent. There's something problematic.
It's his tongue, though, isn't it? So on some level, it is him.
But it's like a haunted arm, you know, in one of those things where it goes all muscly and hits him in the face. Yeah,
Very
I'm not
much
having
like
that.
a haunted arm.
It's like a haunted arm.
I don't see enough haunted limbs in advertising, or just in general. I think they're a thing like from the past. But you're right. It's not necessarily appealing. You don't really know anything about the beer.
Yeah.
It's wet.
Yeah, it's extra dry.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the opposite of aspirational television. It's like all your fingers hightailing it and bringing you back like you're waking up to a smack needle in your arm. Like, shiny boots of leather.
Their bedroom looks a bit smacky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got definite, like, drawn curtains at, like, 4:00 in the afternoon vibe. Like, why are they like this? Like, why couldn't they go to this party? It's like there's a problem there, and it is one of those adverts that's just gone. Let's just be memorable. Let's just be really, really weird and make people talk. It's pretty well done, isn't it? That really does look like a disgusting tongue, just sort of like in about.
Yeah, in a kind of PlayStation 3 kind of way. But yeah.
I'd prefer it if the base of it had like loads of tendons and a bloody mess hanging out of the back of it, because that's what it'd be. There's no denying it.
A real tongue's probably quite long, right? Like the whole thing.
That's
where did your tongue start?
They could have stretched it all the way to the party. He's in bed and it goes and gets the beer and brings it back.
Yeah,
it's got a real Beano vibe to it. That I like that. Yeah.
They should have got Gene Simmons to do it because let's be honest, he would have taken the money. That man is the biggest sellout that's ever existed.
Yeah, quite.
He'd loved it. He's so into it.
Was he ever a sell-in?
No, absolutely not. But Kiss always describe themselves as like the highest grossing band in America. It's like, who cares about that? Like, they're playing away. Like they've worn their hearts on their, bank balances.
Realised that they did spend a lot of time in that party focusing on two people getting off. And it only realised now, your tongues, but your tongues under your duress, not sentient on their own ground. Yeah.
Well, we don't know that. What if, while they're sort of getting off, every now and then the tongues sort of nip out, grab a beer, make them stop for a bit, we don't know that this isn't the case of everyone in this world. It might not just be this guy. Like, we don't know where the girlfriend's tongue is. That could be anywhere.
I'm going to be honest, Jim. You're reaching right now. You're stretching. You're desperate. Look at you, man. You're a shadow of yourself.
Yeah. Sorry, can we get back on track? Why are we taking this season?
I think this is by no means the worst suggestion, but I think this is one of the worst like actual ads we've had, because it's the delivery of a mission statement. It's like the mission statement is sell some beer. How?
Yeah.
A tongue dragging a bottle of beer home from a party all across the floor. Bonza.
They work though, don't they? Just by getting people talking. Like, have you seen that disgusting advert? Have you seen that weird advert? And it's all about the brand just staying in the front of your mind. So I'd be interested to see how successful this advert was. I have no idea.
They got bought out by the is it Kirin, Japanese beer company? So those CEOs.
Is that good or bad? I don't know. Right.
The Japanese conglomerate saw the advert and thought,
yeah,
that is
the sort of advert that is just perfectly pedestrian to us. We want such a wholesome product.
The bit where the tongues on the record player is completely needless for me. I mean, it doesn't need to do that to complete its mission. It's going off on a tangent.
What,
if anything,
over the party.
He's slowing down the music.
Why
exactly.
are you so
Joe, what he's doing
terrible?
is risking dizziness, and he's risking blowing his cover, not to mention getting caught in the mechanism. Could you imagine the mess that would make if he's getting trapped between the like arm of the record player, smudging tongue juice all over?
Yeah,
and that choice of song, like I can't get no satisfaction. Obviously, it's a song adapted. Would it be adapted from the Stones version? That one, I don't know. It's a very similar hook, but it's by a robot who's boring. I'm not having that.
So let's move on swiftly to our second advert of the episode, which is from a big company called Snickers, which you might like. I don't think you'll have seen it. It's different.
Canoeing is a tremendous sport, but you've got to start early. A quick change, we head for the river, we hit the water. Then it's all action, but it's very tough and takes a lot out of you. And you need something to keep your energy levels up. Snickers satisfies me. Peanuts, chocolate, really keeps me going. It's a great challenge all the time. You're fighting the water and you're fighting yourself. Satisfaction! Plenty of action, plenty of excitement.
Snickers really satisfies.
Now that's a satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's the satisfaction we know and kind of like. Nearly.
I loved that
version of it. So that's the Irish journalist Donal Macintyre, isn't it? Who did a lot of kind of exposés and undercover things. But why is he in this advert? Because it's never mentioned that he's Donal Macintyre. Is this just an acting gig for him, or was he like using his status? I'm so baffled as to why he's there.
Well, it's for Irish television, isn't it? So maybe he had some screen presence there before he crossed the littler pond. Yeah,
but why? It's like having Louis Theroux advertise a Twix just really sincerely.
Everyone fancies Louis Theroux, you know.
Work for me, yeah.
I mean, this is still more informative than one of his documentaries, I thought. So, and less staged for a start.
I like how particularly at this time in the world, things like Snickers were marketed as being like good for you. Like,
yeah.
Like, they really keep you going throughout the day. Like, I was in the supermarket the other day and they were selling a 4-pack of pepperonis that had something like protein burst written on the top of it. Like, come on.
A Snickers might be useful for energy if you're Scott of the Antarctic, you know, or lost in a jungle. You might need that kind of kick. But yeah, I think
like whitewater rafting with Donal Macintyre.
He says, canoeing is a tremendous sport. Yeah. What about kayaking? Because that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, it doesn't look a tremendous sport. It looks a garish sport, that's for sure. I mean,
you should have investigated what the sport was before he
blowing the lid off this paddling lark. I mean, it's really some of them clothes will take your eyeballs out. Whoa!
I love that though. That sort of 90s.
Yeah, they look like a lemon tastes. You know, it's like, oh God.
But would that be in case you get lost in the dark or underwater? Like, it's so bright, you can be at the bottom of the lake and they go, oh, there's Donald's body. Tragedy, but at least we found him now.
You've got to start early
as well. Yeah, you've got to start early. Why? Why have you got to start early?
That. No, you don't.
I know one thing about rivers, it's that they're just there all the time, unless they're like tidal, and then you've got to go according to the tide, which might not occur early. You never know. You never know.
Imagine, you get down the river, it's not up yet.
You've got to start early, and it's just
barely a stream
in the mud like that.
Got a Snickers.
Like you sat at the bar filling it up.
I didn't know that Snickers had baked beans in them as well. That bit.
No, there's a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
You got that song Satisfaction in the previous ad, and we've got the song Satisfaction. Well, a version of it. Some kind of horrible, like if the cast of British Empire recorded their own version of Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Yeah.
And it was the Snickers anthem for a while. Satisfaction. It's a song about being dismayed by commercialism.
Is it?
Well, yeah, it's about the man tries to, says he can clean my shirt just because we smoke the same cigarettes. I can't get no satisfaction. What Snickers are saying is just satisfaction. They're missing out. I can't get no, but it's the opposite of what the song is. How much money is enough, Mick Jagger? Yeah. Jesus.
Everyone wins there. Everybody wins.
True.
Even Donal Macintyre, for some reason. I feel we're no closer to understanding why this happened.
Oh, and the end pause. That is quality Snickers. Donal, like that. Fantastic.
Very 90s. Very 90s.
That satisfied me. Fantastic. And our final advert for this episode is a fantastic classic from DFS.
At DFS, since we've been offering choose anything with nothing to pay for 6 months and 3 years free credit, we've had thousands of satisfied customers paying nothing. We refuse to take a penny of your money in months, and it can't go on. In fact, nothing to pay until November, and 3 years free credit has got to end this weekend. Take it while you can, because we can't take it any longer. Choose anything, nothing to pay until November, and 3 years free credit must end this weekend at DFS.
Oh, we talk a lot about hellscapes on this channel. This is a suburban hellscape, isn't it? Imagine the state of the retail park they shot that in. Just
God, yeah.
No one really wants to be there. Just drudge, just pure drudgery. I hate it.
Yeah, everything about it is uninviting to me. I don't feel welcome at all.
No,
even like the music.
You don't have to pay anything till November. Are you missing this deal?
Yeah. It looks to me like a Tory swingers party in there. Everyone's posh and ugly and no one's paying anything. It's definitely that.
I think we've got a few viewers outside the UK and maybe you're not privy to this style of advert, but this manner of advertising was very much woven into the tapestry of television advertising in this country throughout like the 90s and noughties. And the format of the ad was always exactly the same, except for a tiny little variation. So this silver fox always had work. He must be richer than Mansa Musa. He just, every week, he had, because the deal always ended Sunday. That was the catch. You've got to get there before Sunday. But then Monday, it comes along and exactly the same deal springs into place. It's almost as if they're playing psychological tricks on us, but they'd film a new advert for it.
Yeah.
So this must be the richest actor in the world.
Well, they must just do a job lot of them at the start of the year or something.
Yeah.
Slightly change things about it. But I like the idea that it's like, they're just, we can't take any money from you. Like, we're just desperate to give it to you. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
We've got loads of ugly couches that we can't shift.
It's the dark arts of the credit system, that, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
If you want something, pay for it or pay taxis that can do it for you. But next year might seem a lifetime away. But when you realize how close, November is, when you're sitting on your DFS sofa and the bailiffs are coming round while you're watching the DFS advert,
for the slightly cheaper one that's the same. There were some bad sofas in there as well. Some really, really bad sofas. They almost look like the pattern is like sort of rustic curtain chic, the sort of curtains you might imagine in the kitchen of the Darling Buds of May household.
Nice.
Who wants that? Why did so many people want that?
I like that they say choose anything as part of the deal. That's called running a shop, mate. You know? I'd like to take them at the word of that. I'll go into the shop and say, I'll have the Audi in the car park. It's like, but that's mine. Yeah.
Can I have that manky old till?
Yeah, the dirtiest old till. Oh, we don't use this.
Yeah.
Why is it so dirty?
And how come you don't have money in?
Because they've just been giving them away.
Yeah.
How come they don't have the money in from people who bought sofas 6 months ago?
I feel like you don't understand the urgency of the situation.
And it always had that music too.
Yeah.
And it's from the summer movement of Vivaldi's Four Seasons. It's a beautiful piece of music. And I listen to that kind of semi-regularly. That whole beautiful Four Seasons is great. But when I get to the summer bit, whenever I hear, it's meant to simulate like rain, a heavy downpour in summer. Whenever I get to that bit, I don't think of that. I think of, buy now, pay in Easter time. And it's ruined it for me forever. Rubbish.
Well, Vivaldi took the money though, didn't he?
He did.
Exactly what the Stones did.
He got his satisfaction, yeah.
But all about the sellouts today.
God, that Vivaldi, money grabbing bugger.
Vivaldi, Donal Macintyre.
He lives next to Harry Redknapp now, Vivaldi.
Thanks very much for watching. That's the end of another episode of We Like Old Adverts. Please remember to like and subscribe because that goes a million miles for us. And if you want to send us an email with your suggestions, just send it to welikeoldadverts@gmail.com. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.